it takes a cohesive team to push, I believe, any artists nowadays. You know, we have weekly calls with our the artists that we represent, and you know, it takes everyone, you know, the manager or me as their booking agent, all of us to have these calls to strategize together.
Welcome everybody. It's another good day. It's a blessing on Saturday that we have here. I'm also the greatest person to try to bring a nice Saturday to every single human being. We're on the hosts. It's me, Jamal. We're here on over the weekend. It's actually the greatest part of the day where you listen to an entertainment on Toronto's entertainment, music, and culture. A little bit of disclosure on things that you actually care about. I have one person that's been doing this for us in the city. He actually brings a lot of the music culture to us and around the world as well. And I want to know more about this gentleman, so that's why I brought him in today.
Thank you,
Mr. Chad, tell us everybody. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm well, man. I'm well. Blessed.
Enchanté.
Happy to be here. Johnny Boy on the ones and twos.
Exactly.
Our
J
boy,
Max.
Our boy. From comfort zone until a couple hours later.
Until here.
We're back. Love it. No, I'm blessed to be here, man. Thanks for inviting me out.
Yeah, man. See, it's a good time. Every single weekend we try to do something new, try to do something different. I wanted to actually get you on. You wanted to talk. You wanted to just bring something to us, and we're gonna gush all about it basically today. Firstly, we want to know, a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your hero's journey, where you came from, who you are, truly what makes you, you. Well, realistically, it all starts probably with how we met, I guess. That sounds like a good story.
We're working with another mutual friend of ours, Sebastian. Working on doing some landscaping.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, then of course, like-minded people love the music scene. This is our community. This is who we care about. These are the people that we love doing magical and fun things with.
Yeah, see, so yeah, we want to come together.
What's that?
He said, yeah, then we don't want to come together, right?
Yeah,
It is what it is.
All day.
Yeah, now we decided to, get down and dirty, and we noticed that there's multiple things that are happening in the city. I would say that, how much of a percentage you would say are brought in by you?
In this market, I would say about, maybe about 10%. I have a few artists that are local, but a lot more outside. Of course, we're building for that every opportunity. Opportunities are limited. With the few venues that we do have in our city, but no, it's been a great time. Johnny here's been on a couple of our events as well. Working with the industry and working with a few other people and the major players in our city, and we're just all building for a better and more fulfilling experience for all of our punters who join us.
All right. And you're bringing it in from this company, giving you the scoop on the company that it is.
So Family Matters Agency, we started about a year ago, 2 years next March.
Absolutely.
Represent 23 artists currently all around the world, and I'm their booking agent. I guess I already foresee a question that's going to be already the generic question that irks me to hear. It's this stigma of people thinking, is your job even a real job? Like, is it just party all the time and this and that? Like, for me, for people that are outside looking in, I guess being in clubs and being surrounded in such
octane, octane.
Everyone's just letting loose, and there is a business side of this.
Yeah, exactly.
It definitely requires a lot of you to not,
be there.
The lack of sleep, just even this past Miami Music Week, for me, I'm sober. I'm 4 years in September, end of September. with my sobriety, which is a major portion of why I'm able to do the things that I do with the agency. And I'm so blessed that God's given me a second chance at life to do something through the music industry, which is give back to our scene, give back to our communities, and make the world a better place. And that's really the main focus of why I started Family Matters Agency. That is why I named it that. It was a vision from God that I had seen over a period of time in my life where I didn't really understand the message that I was getting. But now it full circle makes it so crystal clear for me that it's much more than just chasing for financial freedom or for the clout that might come around of being in such an environment such as electronic.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I know it's for me, it's the biggest picture is to bring our communities together. Obviously, post COVID and post pandemic, sort of society felt like it was torn apart, and I want to bring the people back together and back to the roots of what we were before. And for me, growing up, I always grew up with a bigger family, so I always wanted that family relationship, that bond that brings us all together, which for me has been club culture and music.
So you said that the logo came basically like from vision, like a vision similar to like coming from God. Mm-hmm. So do you have a religious background, or is it kind of it just came?
Yeah, through sobriety, I actually found God in the halls of AA.
Absolutely.
I hit personal rock bottom, and then through the halls of AA, I was able to build my building blocks, my own foundation for myself, and the self-respect and all the hard work that I did on myself through COVID. I think the timing of all of that was kind of at the perfect time for considering the world was already taking a time out.
Yeah.
I was able to, I was furloughed. I was managing the Marriott in the Back Bay in Boston at the time, and I got furloughed from my job, and everything just looked very bleak. Obviously, like everybody was freaking out.
Yeah, exactly.
Fighting over loaves of bread in the grocery stores and toilet paper. And Boston, if you've ever been,
no.
It's a hard town. It's a hard town. It's a hard town. Definitely grew a couple layers of skin living there. It's especially as an empath. It's
okay, yeah, absolutely.
Chewed me up and spit me.
There's not a lot of empaths out there, or
it's just a very, I don't know if it's a Northeast energy. Yeah. It's just people there are very like, I'd ask people like, how you, my friends, like, how you doing today?
No, I'm doing fine.
So it's now it's just all about like building that community to go back to your original question, but like when it comes to my background, I found God, and now I'm just trying to do His work through this through something that is so universal and intimate. I'm not one for pub talk or pub banter, small talk anymore. I like talking about people's insecurities and our problems that we actually face.
Yeah.
Because we're all trying to just become the best versions of ourselves, and that's kind of where this, growing up playing sports and whatnot, is kind of transferred into this being more of like that kind of I don't know, team bonding or our family. Essentially, we're all working together to become the best versions of ourselves and push each other to do so.
I would love to have like everybody together and like some type of like luncheon or something like that, because it's just always able to, exactly. I was gonna say, it's fucking everybody come together, having a big meal, having like 14 racks of ribs, maybe.
Sign me up. I ain't vegetarian, bro. I'm with you.
See, exactly. The weight of our hearts is the stomach, bro.
Yeah,
I already know.
Day,
I've seen Alien. Is there a way that an artist can excel when it comes to getting booked? So like, is it through you, or is it through themselves finding a person? Are they the ones that go out, or we know that you do a lot of work, but we don't know how. We want to know.
These days it is so competitive. Every opportunity is so competitive out there. You have big, small agencies out there for superstar artists and producers, and and the like. And then you have, because there's so many different DJs, producers out there, and so, you know, there are a lot of clubs out there, you know, or warehouse parties or promoters, but like, it comes down that there's more supply out there than there is the demand on, due to just the lack of many venues. And on like a lot of these smaller markets or larger markets, it doesn't matter. There's still much more talented people out there, because I believe this music is so much with like social media and all of these things, TikTok, like everyone wants that and wants to chase that. Why wouldn't they? They see, you know, the John Summits, the Fishers, Dom Doll is in front of them.
They want to be,
they want to be. So it takes a cohesive team to push, I believe, any artists nowadays. You know, we have weekly calls with our the artists that we represent, and you know, it takes everyone, you know, the manager or me as their booking agent, all of us to have these calls to strategize together on what's upcoming and where we want to go and what targets we're trying to reach, and routing with tours and what market we have the most following and what our market are we still trying to build. So all those things together, it takes a whole team, I would say, to best answer your question. The manager, of course, has those connections with the labels to getting their music signed, and that's just a piece of the puzzle. And then me, it's, you know, following up with talent buyers and promoters, and fostering those relationships. Because at the end of the day, you know, I'm someone that's real, and I'm not just a keyboard monster, you know, sitting
from warrior in the back.
Yeah. I just never just strictly like. I actually love when I can get on the phone with a talent buyer or a promoter, because I can actually have a conversation as people, you know, and it's not me just being the 75th agent reaching out.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, how's it going? All right, you tell me why as well. Why?
It's for me, again, it's much more personable, and it's something that I would rather connect to make sure that our values are aligned in what we're trying to do, which is we're trying to transfer all this and to transition that into obviously the opportunity for our artists, but we also want to build those experiences for our punters around the world, and again, connect the world, which is my highest purpose of what I'm doing. So,
is there like a person that helped you get into that mindset, or is there like a mentor that you follow, or?
Jordan Peterson definitely is meeting him when I first moved back from Toronto with my life coach at the time.
Wow.
It was just like the stars aligned, and I don't know, I'm such a firm believer that there's no accidents, that you come across the people that you do, just like you and I.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't worry, we'll get him on the podcast one day, and then I'll bring you in. You'll be like, no way. Is that Chad? Is that Chad?
Yo, like honestly, like I was like a Sunday afternoon randomly. I just moved back from Boston. Just started working with my like life coach that was based here in Toronto. A good friend of mine, Troy, who runs multiple businesses, but this was one aspect where me and him met. But yeah, next thing you know, Jordan Peterson. I'm living in Roncy. My boy Troy lives in Roncy, and next thing you know, Jordan Peterson on a Sunday afternoon walking by us, and I'm like, what's that? And he's like, yeah.
Oh wow! He's like, yeah, it is me, brother.
I'm like, what the chances right now? And then he turns around. He was walking his dog with his son, and next thing you know, they're walking back around, and we caught them on the way back.
On the way back again.
It was so. Oh my god! Yeah, I couldn't.
The universe tends to unfold as it should. Right? See, told you, man.
Bless Toronto for that.
I wonder what he would say like now. First sentence, if he ever came by now, he'd probably be like, bro, how's it going, bro? When was this? Like, what year?
This was about three years ago.
Oh, right. Yeah, absolutely.
Brené Brown's another one. Dare to Lead, that book, like, changed my life.
Yeah, see?
So monumental. There's this line in it that she said. She's like, it's not the things that we do that makes it so dangerous to us. It's the reasons why we do them. And I like that just like blew my mind. It just hit. I'm like, Duh.
You're here. You rocked it.
It was, when it came to my vices before sobriety, like, it was just like, it just made the perfect sense. And I was like, why do I want to do that anymore to myself? And now, it's just reaching for my higher self and living with life now with purpose is, it's, I used to try to use vices to escape. And now it's like, I've never felt more free being vice free and just enjoying life and living in the moment and much more measured and calculated but present. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. Feels nice to be actually there. Instead of like, sucked into the cell phone or sucked into somebody else that's like distracting you from what you're trying to do.
Right.
You just want to do,
People even talking to
creative
me,
style.
back in the day, like people talking to me about my like favorite artist, going to see my favorite artist, and I'd be like waking up with a massive headache, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, it was a great show.
Guess.
Great show."
Like,
For 20 minutes, like I remember before like the 10 shots of Patron I did. And then it would be
I got a photo of me, bro.
Yeah. Like on stage with him, like, yo, what up? And like, I don't know, like now it's, to be actually present for an artist's set and his artistry and his craft, and to be, to hear my favorite tracks or to learn new ones and like explore that is, it's a blessing from God for sure.
Absolutely. See, I want to find out what it means just we know what it feels like when you're at an event, but let's just say as a person that's been going sober, what does it feel like for you? Let's just say you walk in. Yeah. What's the first initial intention when you see people walk, around and people dancing? Is there a different feel or different vibe or different mindset than, I guess, a person that's drunk walking in?
Yeah, it's completely, I don't know, for me, like, I have an attention to detail, like, it's, for me,
more attention to detail.
Walk into a club, it's the experience starts from the front doors. It has more to do with everything, the bigger picture, not just the music that's happening or not just the amount of people that are there. It's, for me, it starts from the doorman all the way to the bathroom attendants, to everyone kind of having that treating our community as family. And that's kind of course, our name. But that's something that I pay attention to now more so, and the same way that I guess I would have just taken it for granted back in the day. Like I wouldn't really realize, or I didn't have the self-awareness to like look around and really like pay attention to the smiles on people's faces.
Yeah, exactly.
Enjoying nothing else. But now it's bigger picture for me. Like I want to make sure that everybody's having a great time, and any way that I can assist in that, like even when I go to attend events as a patron or a punter, it's if I know the promoter, I'm letting them know of things that I notice, whether it's the sound or whether it's this artist, or if I know this artist is going to be late or whatever the case may be. I'm always
on the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you feel is like being human? What is the definition? What is the definition?
It's a hard question right here, bro. You're killing me. What does it feel like to be? What does it feel like to be human? What does it mean to me? Pain, suffering, joy, family, culture, love, all those bad things, all those great things. It's us having the opportunity to live those experiences, and that's what makes the lows make the highs so much better. And when you are even going through lows, it's for me now, there's challenges or obstacles or lessons we need to learn through those challenges that we face or obstacles that we face, again, to come out stronger on the other side and learn from them. It's not what, this victim mentality, I guess. It's like, oh shit, another bad thing happened. It's why is it happening, and what part do I play in it?
Exactly. What can I do
to find the solution? And it's much, I don't know, for me it's just an easier way of looking at life and exploring through it. whether wiping off the blood off the knee at the end of the day, at least we're in the arena and we're giving it all we got.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Sense of purpose, it's kind of like if you have it. So when you have it, that's it. It's there. You're good. You're gold.
100.
Do you have or know what your parents would think when they say, "Yeah, my son does this," and
oh, my parents. I remember back in the day, they would just they'd watch on Dateline and they're like, what are you doing right now? And they'd watch Dateline from the night before, and I'm like, oh, I'm just leaving the government and going to the comfort zone. And
yeah.
What are these places that you speak of?
Honey?
Leaving one party and going to another party. They're like, it is noon. Why are you going to another party? And I'm like, I'm having a good time. I don't want to call it quits yet.
Yeah.
But now it's, of course, fast forward to actually working in the industry now. My parents know, they know what I tell them. They're obviously not really exposed to this side.
Yeah, so it's like.
But what I do tell them is they know that I work hard in what I do, and they respect that I have they think it's very cool and humbling and inspirational that I'm being able to put in this opportunity of talking to my heroes and idols that I looked up to, and it's really full circle rewarding for me.
Yeah.
Blessed, literally blessings all day for being able to pick up the phone and speak to one of my favorite artists in Switzerland or Spain, or and someone that I had seen many times, and now I have the opportunity to actually assist him or support him, and helping him become even a larger artist or more important player in this game that we call electronic dance music.
Yeah, see? Is there a story where an artist at the end of it said, "God, thank you. Thank you for helping me out," or "I can't believe that happened," or maybe there's even a crazy story that happened and he had to contact you the next day and be like, "Bro, I can't believe this happened."
It always, these stories they always start with a little rough go when it comes to traveling. We all hate flights, and I definitely have a storied history of myself missing a flight or two in my day. So now the stress is with our artists flying around the world. The traveling piece is one of the pain to the pains to our existence, I guess. But no, it's we're grateful to be in. We always keep it in the front of our minds. Conversations where we're blessed and grateful for what we're being, living out our dreams, as however old that artist might be or however old I am when we're having a conversation about it. But being able to work in this industry and make a difference for club goers and club culture, and to be a part of something that is so big as the whole globe. I always wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, and being able to, obviously knock on wood, but as long as I become more and more successful in this as time goes on, then I'm gonna get to be able to really do some traveling, get to experience some things, and get to meet new people all around the world. Is for me, this is the best thing that we can gift. That
basically garnish,
no, for me as an empath, as a socialite, being able to meet new people like this in this kind of domain or arena is one of my dream jobs. Is now that I'm looking back in my musical ventures that I love. I also sing country music a little bit too, that I'm working on becoming better and better with. So
absolutely. So then I didn't even know you did your own, made your own music, produced your own tracks.
I don't produce, not yet. I'm just covering some of the greats that get inspired by, and try and not butcher their music.
Do you have a top two?
A top two artists?
Yeah.
In what music scene?
Well, we can do country, and then after that we can do house.
Okay, fair enough. Luke Combs definitely is one of the first introductions I had to country music when I was living in Michigan. Luke is he's a stud. young kid that like started playing guitar at like 23 or something, or 25, and then became like a superstar around the world in the country scene for like 2 years or something wild. But yeah, Luke Combs, or I believe who else we got here? I can't think of. I'm drawing blanks on another artist.
Because Luke Combs takes every single song. Dating on everything is fun.
Right, Luke Bryan's alright. Yeah, I can vibe with Luke Bryan. No, Kane Brown. Kane Brown's up there too.
Alright.
Yeah. Darius Ruckus. Yeah. From Hootie and the Blowfish. If you ever heard of Hootie?
I recognize that name, but I could not be able to tell you for the life of me. That sounds like
some plastic. Plastic shit. But on the house side of things, 5 producers that are everything to me, right? The bee's knees.
Yeah.
Oof. Where do we start? Mr. Dennis Cruz is up there for me.
All right.
You fuck with Dennis Cruz? You fuck with Dennis Cruz, John?
I love Dennis Cruz.
My man.
Hey, my man.
Hell yeah. Were you at Coda when you played here last?
No, but I'll be at the next one.
Oh, I've been hearing some rumbling. I've been hearing some rumblings about something like this. Love to welcome that. Carl Cox, you know, he's the king of clubs. I have a well-storied past with Carl. Who doesn't love Carl? Who's in our arena? You know, he's a generational talent. You know, if I was switching to music scenes, he is the Adeles of the world.
More of a phenomenon.
Like Whitney Houston, or, you know, he's up there. Rolling Stones. To our scene, he's that god.
Yeah, he's the guy.
What's that?
Said yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy.
Yeah. Definitely. Carl Cox is he's loved by many. Who else we got? Matthias Tansman is a big one for me. Goody is also another very talented. Do you know Goody?
Oh, actually, no.
Definitely check him out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you don't feel alone. I'm just realizing, though, I'm naming not one of the artists that I represent.
Well, I mean, it's only just because you work with them all the time, and it's like...
Come on, I'm not doing anything.
Don't worry, have them all tagged.
Guys, I love you all. I just want to throw that, guys, gals. I just want to let you know I love you all. It is no dislike for me, and of course, my guys and gals know that I have their backs. Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. And when it comes to Carl Cox, the Danny Teneglias of the world, artists like this, Loco Dice, Marco Carola. Yeah, there's when you've seen an artist so many times, and you can only come up on less than one hand, you know, how many times that they didn't really serve their purpose or live up to the expectation that you had going in to hear them.
That's when you know.
All year round, and you know, if they have one bad gig in a night, and over.
Yeah, it's game over.
Yeah, like it's these artists that are forever evolving, always pushing the game. So.
I'll say lastly, before we all put a ribbon on everything, really quick. I want to know, like, what's the misconceptions or the misinterpretations people get from you, and then from the music industry in general?
Ooh, okay. For me, because I'm a big dude, people just like automatically just suspect that I'm just like big monster.
Hostile.
I'm quite opposite of that. I'm a gentle giant and teddy bear, but I probably shouldn't be saying that on live television. Wherever this content is going. You know? But no, it's I got love for everyone. But yeah, that's a little bit of a misconception with me. Or you know, they asked me to play basketball. I think they named the movie "White Men Don't Jump."
Yeah, White Men Can't Jump. Yeah.
Just after your point over here. But yeah, no, like a misconception of the music business would be that it's just all hunky dory. bottles of champagne and Dom, going around, and there's no real business or there's no real strategy that's involved in the content that you see out there, or the placement on, in a festival or things alike, which I'll be completely transparent. I didn't even know the ins and outs really when I wasn't in the industry so much. So like, yeah, knowing that now, like everything there's definitely a business side.
Yeah, exactly.
To our scene, and it's much more cutthroat than it's the entertainment business. I don't know. It is cutthroat. It's a dog eat dog world out there. But again, there's nothing else I'd rather be doing.
Yeah.
And it's
gotta have steel people like us.
Yeah, and that's why. That is also why I named the company Family Matters Agency, because, I want to do things the right way. And with the highest level of integrity, and have, the Forbes 500 companies, corporations, no matter what industry they're in 5 years, 10 years down the line, I want them to look at Family Matters Agency and be like, this is how you should do business.
Yeah, this is how it began.
And lead by example, and again, just raise the standard for how people treat each other in business and in social settings. And if we can lead people and influence each other in the positive ways, rather than just fighting over these from a scarcity mindset or opportunities. Working together more in a collaborative mindset, because I believe we're stronger together.
Yeah, sure.
So that's something that I really hope and look forward to be continuing working in this industry, and to be building that community, and influencing people and inspiring each other to look after one another and treat each other as family.
Yeah. All right. Sure. Yeah. Exactly. We're all people.
We're all brothers and sisters.
Absolutely, brother. So, Chad, where can we find you? Like, we need to find you. We need to find the family. We need to find everything. We need to follow everything.
Yeah, man. On Instagram, Family Matters Agency. We got this new Threads thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah, Threads. Is it gonna happen? Is it gonna continue?
I don't even know. I signed up for it anyways. And then on Facebook, on Chad and Mc Cann on Facebook. We also have a company page on Facebook as well. I struggle with the Facebook thing, man. I'm not gonna lie, I do struggle with the Facebook thing. Instagram's like one of the main platforms, and thank God they do like the cross conversion of sharing stuff. Anyways,
so that's where we see you mostly then, is Instagram.
On Instagram as well, Chad_Family Matters. It's my own personal page, where you'll be seeing lovely pictures of me and my girlfriend and our lovely lab and our cat and all that.
And life.
So, yeah, there's more to me than just dance floors and nightclubs, but yeah, we have some fun, man. One love and mad love.
All right. Yeah. Okay, Chad, hold it down, man.
Appreciate the opportunity, fam.
Oh,
man. Hey, Johnny boy. Thank you for adding the soundtrack to our.
Thank you for making the bangers and mash. Like. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because you'll get that feeling just like the feeling you get after having a nice workout or a nice sandwich, maybe a brownie.